I'm sorry this video took a minute to come out, but I understand it now. At least I think. This is going to be a video on how to play and build Camellya here, okay? Because if we take a look here, a lot of people aren't going to read all this, bro. I really hope Kuro can find a way to make this a lot more easier to read and understand, because it's just holy shit. Holy shit, dude. God damn, dude. And they have this outline feature, which is nice. It kind of sums it down, but it's not really that much better in my opinion. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to play her and build her. So let's just start off with her core mechanics. So of course, you know, you got your basic attacks, okay? One of the cool things during her basic attacks, or her heavy, when you're spinning, okay, like that, spinning like that, right? You can actually hold it down and spin longer, right? Spin the wind style, right? You can also do that in her second form, which, how you get to that is a simple click of the skill. She goes into the red state, right? Which she can infinitely be in this state, by the way, which is very cool. I didn't mean to press skill again. That's my bad. All right. It's only a 4-second cooldown, by the way, which is very cool. Yeah, she has the same spin the wind thing. You know, you hold it down and yeah, except for in the air, it's a lot more area of effect style, right? Okay. You can either press the skill or jump to exit it and just do a plunge and stuff like that. So yeah, for her Forte circuit, she actually doesn't get anywhere in the Forte circuit by herself. Nothing she does personally will fill up the Forte circuit. You have to cast her intro skill to actually have the Forte circuit. I'll show you real quick. Okay, so she has her outro skill. We're gonna cast Camellya's intro, and boom, we have the full Forte circuit there. And that's the only way to get it, by the way. Now, why is the Forte circuit important? When you're doing attacks, any attack, you will notice a funny number appearing above it, and they will stack up to 10. So I'll show you real quick. So we're gonna start attacking here. Yeah, you see those numbers? I don't know what it's called. I didn't really read what it was called, but those are basically, let's just call those seeds, okay? And basically why they're important, okay, is because the more stacks, the more damage you're gonna have, okay? And it's very important for when we cast the special skill, as you see right there. Now, how you get the special skill is involved with her Concerto energy. Once that's full, you're able to use the special skill. Okay? Now, let's talk about the rotation and what we want to do with all of this involved, okay? We're gonna go ahead and switch to Shorekeeper, okay? Do her stuff so we can get some buffs, okay? Then switch to Yang Yang. Okay. Okay, gonna echo outro. Alright, cast her skill. We're gonna cast the skill again. Get our stacks. Okay, try and get our Concerto energy fast as well. Okay, we got our stacks. Now we're gonna ult real quick. You know, throw our ult in the middle of that. Alright, now we're gonna cast a special skill. We're gonna skill again. And then basically, it's just spin the wind from here. Okay, and after your Forte is out, you know, out of juice, just outro skill. Ideally, echo outro skill. I kind of forgot to do that. I forgot the outro skill, but that's basically how you do it. When you do the special skill, ideally you want to, you know, if you don't have the stacks yet, ideally you want to get to 10 stacks, at least try to get there. As for the skill stuff in there, you notice I was doing a lot of skill stuff. I mean, you really don't have to do that. You can just kind of go with the flow. If you want to do it, go ahead. You know, if you want to go based on what form you prefer, like if you prefer the air form, go ahead and cast a skill to go into the air form. You know, like you like the more grounded attacks, go ahead. Using the skills is just nice for canceling animations. That's all it really is. I'll wait for this guy to respond to show you one more time. Okay, and I'll try and talk while I'm doing it. I'll just have things on the screen so you can see what I'm doing while I'm doing it, because I suck at speaking while doing things, to be honest. We're gonna go ahead and just intro skill. Well, not intro skill, but we're just gonna echo out, right? go ahead and try and get Shorekeeper stuff going on. We got our ult. Gonna echo outro. Gonna do Yang Yang stuff. I am out of stamina. Holy shit. Alright. Forte. Echo outro. Intro skill. Cast a skill. Alright. We don't have our ult yet, but okay, now we do. We're gonna just use the ult in the middle of this. Okay. That did not do as much damage. Alright, let's try and get our stacks before we use the special skill. Alright, special skill. Skill. Now we're just gonna spin the win. Oh yeah. Echo, okay. I didn't do the whole rotation there in time to be able to cast Shorekeeper's cool intro skill. So I'm gonna try that one more time again. Alright, Forte circuit? Or not, yeah. Forte circuit, echo outro. We're gonna skill. We're gonna ult. Alright, we did some juicy damage there. Alright, get our 10 stacks. Alright, now we can do special skill. Do the skill again. And just spin the win. Spin the win. Okay. We're getting our ass beat. Alright, didn't do the rotation in time. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's not like Shorekeeper's intro skill is going to do that much damage anyway. But, yeah, that's essentially how you play it. Actually, very simple in general, to be honest. Not too bad. At first, I personally thought she played similar to Jinxie, but that's not how it is at all. But, yeah, she's on the field mostly, so you don't have to worry about really quick swaps or anything like that. She's just a hyper carry DPS. Kind of very simple rotation there. And I hope that explains everything nicely on how to play her, so you don't have to read all this shit. You don't have to read all this shit if you don't want to. You can if you want to know more specifically what's going on, like the multiplayers and stuff like that. But personally, as long as you know how to play her like that, you know, you're good. Now, for her build, for her weapon, the standard 5-star sword, Emerald of Genesis, is really good because it gives crit rate. Anything crit is very nice. Passive is also very nice. Gives you 12.8% energy regen. This is if you have rank 1, by the way. And it states when skill is cast, you get bonus attack by 6%, stacking up to 2 times, so 12%, lasting for 10 seconds. So it's a pretty decent sword. Of course, if you have Camellya's signature weapon, if you have this, it's going to be very good as well because it has crit rate, increases attack. It also gives you insane basic attack damage, which by the way I forgot to mention is what her kit mostly is specified as. Okay, other than her liberation and intro skill, I do believe all of this is mostly considered basic attack damage. Okay, just so you know, those two weapons are very good. For 4-star variants, Commando of Conviction is very good. It increases your attack by 15% at rank 1, by the way, for 15 seconds when you cast her intro. It's very good. Get attack percent, but of course you're going to be missing out on crits, so it's not going to be the best. In my opinion, the best 4-star sword you can use is the one from the current event. Okay? And the reason why is because this actually has crit in its passive. Okay? So as attack for its main stat, perfectly fine. But its passive states gain 1 stack of hiss when dealing damage to the target, with 1 stack generated every 1 second. Hiss means each stack increases the wielder's attack by 2% for 3 seconds, stacking up to 10 times, which is 20%. Switching off the wielder clears all stacks, but gaining 10 stacks increases the wielder's crit rate by 6%. That's pretty insane. Plus, you're going to be able to get max rank of this thing because it's all in the event, so it's going to be a pretty decent amount of crit rate. I can press max level here, actually. 12% crit rate, that's not bad. The attack main stat actually is lower than I thought, but in my opinion, this is going to be the best sword out there. For a 4-star option, that is. But if you want something in the meantime, until you get that weapon, those 2 5-stars that I mentioned is really good. Commando of Conviction is really good. Another option could be Lunar Cutter, which increases your attack by a lot. Overture if you really need to. Echoes, just throw on your Havoc MC's Echo set onto it. If you're not using Havoc MC, that is. But yeah, crit damage or crit rates, main stat 4 cost Echo. It can either be dreamless or crownless. It really doesn't matter too much. Whatever has better stats, to be honest. That's really all it comes down to, because they'll both give you havoc damage and bonus attacks. So, in my opinion, it doesn't matter too much. For 3 cost echoes, you want havoc damage bonus on both of them. And for the 1 cost echoes, you want attack on both of them. For the substats, you're going to want crit, of course. Another stat you want is basic attack damage bonus. Liberation would be good. Liberation damage bonus. Energy regen, really good. Those are like the main stats I would look for. Attack is decently nice, but ideally crit rate, crit damage, basic damage bonus, liberation damage bonus, and energy regen. So yeah, you can do that 4 3 3 1 1, or honestly, you can go the other way if you need more crit. If you need a better crit ratio, you can do the 4 4 1 1 1 style, because the havoc set does have 2 different 4 cost echoes. So you could use dreamless for the main one, or in crownless down here, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. And then the rest are gonna be 1 cost echoes. Yeah, whatever works. You know, go crit rate on her on the main one, do crit damage on the second. It really doesn't matter too much, but yeah, that's basically what you want for the echoes. Now for her forte fertilization, go for the main inherent skills. Very important. Increases damage, of course. Very good to have. Now as for the process of leveling after that, honestly, you can either go Liberation, Forte Circuit, Skill, Normal Attack, or the opposite way, Normal Attack, Skill, Forte Circuit, Liberation. It doesn't really matter, in my opinion, but you want all 4 of these leveled up, in my opinion, because they all do damage, and they're all heavily involved in her gameplay and her playstyle. So you can save intro skill for last. In my opinion, intro skills aren't that important, at least for their character like this. Of course, if you wanted to, you can upgrade it later at some point, but yeah, personally, I just go with these main 4 first, start leveling these up, and then you can go ahead and get the crit damage bonus, because those are nice too. You know, get the attacks if you wanted to, and then yeah, now that's done. Let's move on to the teams. Okay, so of course Camellya, Shorekeeper, or Verena works. I hope you guys at least have Verena. If you don't have either of these characters somehow, then I guess you're using Baiji. Alright, Baiji is like a weaker form. Hopefully you don't have to do that. Alright, ideally Shorekeeper or Verena. As for the third character, you can use Yang Yang, because she's quick on the field. Her outro skill gives you resonance energy for your ult, so, you know, that helps you get Camellya's ult faster. Or you can use Danjin, which amplifies havoc damage havoc damage by 23% for the outro skill. Okay, just throw on the Overture Sword, you know, to help you get the Concerto energy, you know, faster. And ideally, these characters, I would also throw on the Moonlit set, you know, to increase the attack of Camellya as well when you're outroing with these characters. So yeah, you can do Danjin, or you can do Sanhua, because, you know, from what I know, I haven't personally used her myself, but she doesn't take too much field time as well. She will amplify your basic attack damage by 38%, so that's very good. You could also use Genshin if you wanted to. Amplifies your liberation damage by 38% for the outro skill. Plus, she's good at giving shields if you're really having trouble at, you know, surviving. So that's very nice. And if you really wanted to, you can do Chongli as well. She might be difficult, a little bit more difficult in the rotation thing, so you might have to come up with a better way to play that team if you're using Chongli in it. But she also increases or amplifies your liberation damage by 25%, so it's very good as well. So yeah, those are just my options out there, at least the ones that I know of. I hope this video makes sense for you. I'm sorry if it's I'm sorry if it's confusing. I'm not the best at explaining things, so I hope I did it good enough for you. If you have any questions, let me know down below. If I have any information wrong, also let me know down below. Good character. Actually, not too hard to play, to be honest. The harder part is surviving while doing the combos. Honestly. Let me know what you guys think down below. I hope you guys enjoy Camellya. I hope whoever's still trying to pull eventually gets her. Thank you so much for watching the video. See you guys in the next time. Bye-bye.